Artemis by Andy Weir. This is his long-awaited follow-up to the smash hit The Martian. This book has been reviewed across the spectrum to being as good to falling well short. Where do I think it lands? Close, but no cigar. The Martian was real sci-fi excellence, dabbling into realism and character development on a level we rarely see in the sci-fi genre. And while Artemis certainly captures that character development very well for one character, everything else seems to come just a little short. The world built that is Artemis on the moon is very interesting, and I think would be well noted if The Martian wasn't the standard for Andy Weir. If Artemis had come out before The Martian, I think this book would be reviewed much better, but the standard is set so high, Andy Weir has kind of shot himself in the foot with this follow-up. You could tell The Martian was Andy Weir's real passion project, something that he put tons of time and effort into with the real math of it and consulting all these scientists. And while Artemis certainly kind of shows some of the same passion, I would say it certainly lacks the time and care. Now, disregarding The Martian as a comparison entirely and just reviewing Artemis as a book itself, I would still highly praise it. Your main character is very interesting with a fully fleshed out personality, a strong female protagonist who's able to carry her own weight and be engaging throughout the entire time. Every other character is pretty much established with a couple of paragraphs, and then no more development is allowed for them, period. The plot being a crime thriller mystery set on this sci-fi world in the moon does do the book a lot of help. It is interesting and engaging, and the few characters who have some depth to them help move this idea and plot along very well. And where I think Andy Weir really stands strongest as an author is his consistent tone throughout his books. And this stands just as strong for Artemis. It is kind of lighthearted while having a feeling of real tension to it, just like The Martian did. And while a lot of the twists this story takes are very predictable, that doesn't take away from the enjoyment of the ride. Artemis very much so is a book about the enjoyment of the experience and not quite so much the story itself. If you're the kind of reader who gets enjoyment out of really good world building, a fun character, and kind of the inner monologue of this character with good humor, I think Artemis will be right up your alley. It's just as shiny as The Martian in those ways. But if you're a hardcore sci-fi nerd who wants the same level of development that was given to The Martian in terms of the math shown and the real weather patterns and all these things like that, Artemis is not even in the same ballpark. If you're a hardcore Andy Weir fan, for that level of character and personality he's able to convey through his main character, the character he clearly cares the most about, then I'm pretty sure Artemis will be right up your alley. Because this is really the continuation of Andy Weir as an author, in my opinion. This is someone, when he writes, his personality really comes through, and that is a good thing. He stands out from the crowd, and I think that's what's elevated him to the point that he is at already. He knows where to focus and spend time when it comes to writing an engaging story, and where to kind of maybe skimp on some details. While reading Artemis, you're going to spend quite a bit of time following the main character's inner thoughts, and to me, that's great. I want to get to know the eyes that I'm watching this world through as well as possible. But where this book certainly falls short is the hardcore sci-fi aspects that many of Andy Weir's fans have come to expect. For those of you who are Audible subscribers, the performance given by Rosario Dawson is fantastic, and she really infuses the character with a lot of personality coming from herself, which I would liked a lot. Overall, I'm feeling a failed SpaceX launch out of 10 for Artemis. It may not have achieved the goals it wanted to, but it was an enjoying ride along the way and was certainly worth the time and effort. I hope y'all like this review, like and subscribe, all that fun stuff. Share the video if you like to, and follow me on my social media down below. Have a good day. Peace.